Hi friends, I am back with yet another video on Vastu Shastra. Today we will be looking at the planets and the ruling directions of it, and there are some significances, some traits and qualities of each planet and also their ruling directions. Okay, so one point I want to emphasize here is whenever a good consultant looks at a customized Vastu point of view, he looks at the client in a way how a doctor looks at a client and asks his history, the issues that he has. So over here what a good consultant does is he looks at the client, he sees his date of birth, Loshu grid that we had in the previous lectures, we had gone through a part of it. Also he looks at his plan, the proposed layouts, he looks at the directions which are there, he looks at the missing directional points, the Vastu doshas, and he sees that whether the traits, the qualities, the significance is either of the direction or the planet missing by the number is affecting him actually or not. If it is so, then the given remedies seeing that are the ones which will affect the most, right? So if say for example I'll say if someone has a missing number 3, right? So it is ruled by the planet called Jupiter, Brahaspati or Guru as we know, and there are some specific traits of it, right? And its ruling direction is northeast. So if someone has a missing number 3 and some remedies are given which are general remedies for missing number 3, and if that is done, then the effect of it won't be everlasting, right? It would be a very short term gain that you might gain, but if you understand the psychology that would be created by that missing number and the way the planets will play with you or give you that sort of thoughts, or even the certain thoughts of missing of growth would be given to you. So if you once understand that what are the traits or the qualities of the directions and the planet, you'll understand that are your weak points, and whenever we do anything, what we do is we first target the weaknesses and we make and convert it to our strengths. So yes friends, so we'll go forward, and there are basically 9 planets, from which the planet Ketu, as we all know, is not considered in terms of directional wise in the date of birth Lossu grid or in any other proposed layout, but it is mainly a spiritual sort of a planet. Otherwise all the 9 planets have their specific directions, and today what we'll do is we'll in depth try and cover 3 planets, that is Sun, Moon and Jupiter, right? So we'll start with the first planet known as Sun, or as we known as Surya. It is the main planet which is the source of energy for the our, at least our Earth, which our planet Earth, it is the main source, right? So if you can understand that if there is something at the utmost important level, then it is Sun. Now if we look at the direction, we all know that sun rises in the east, so here also the east is the direction for the sun, so it is better to remember in that manner. And now what we'll do is I'll let you know first the what are the traits or the significances or the qualities of the planet Sun. So if we look at it, its qualities are ego, higher esteem and enlightenment. These are the qualities of Sun itself. And then there are something as the qualities of the direction that is ruled by Sun, that is east. So the qualities of east, if we see, it is health, it is growth, it is activity and the network, right? So if I am seeing a date of birth Loshu grid for someone who has a missing number 1, right, then what would happen is either of these traits of qualities would be missing, or there would be some connect in their nature or in their work or in their present issues or the circumstances they will be facing, which would come down to the single point of one of the traits, right? So if I'll give an example to you, if someone is say egoistic, right, it becomes egoistic. So if someone becomes egoistic and doesn't listen to anything or are not able to change themselves as per the situations required, then we might say that either the number 1 is missing or either the issue of the planet Sun is there in astrology. Then what would happen is that because of that issue they are facing the problems which are there right now. So then we can target that, okay, now we need to do the remedies for this thing. So first we'll see if number 1 is missing. If not, the number 1 is there. Then second we see the same issue is there, even if there is number 1, but there's the issue of planet sun in the astrology right now, because in astrology it's a very deep science. There are dashas, there are mahadashas, there are certain phases in the life when that graha is not stronger or is malefic, then also the person would face certain issues. So there could be an scenario where a person would have one number but still would be facing with the qualities or the traits or the significance of number 1, just because that the phase of his life right now going on, the planet sun is getting weaker due to some other planet or some other things. So what that person needs to do is basically do remedies for that thing. The remedies would be shown by a good consultant only after understanding the core or the basic issue. So I would repeat here, my friends, certain remedies which are general remedies, don't run behind it, because they are just a short term gain part, would never like you to touch or like you to obtain the real core or the real issue that is there. So okay, so we'll move forward and take the second planet, that is moon or chandrama. The direction for that planet is northwest. The qualities or the traits for that planet itself is emotion, mind, mother or sensitivity or caring nature. So that are the qualities of that planet itself, that is moon or chandrama as we know, and the ruling direction is northwest. So then we'll go on to the characteristics of that ruling direction, that is northwest, which turns out to be global support, expenses, disease or sex. Okay, so if I am consulting someone, if I see as a consultant, if I see someone's date of birth and if I see that okay, number 2 is missing, and even it happens in the date of birth that if a number is repeated from more than one time, then also there are certain effects in the manner that it would weaken a person also, or it could strengthen also a person. For example, if someone's date is 12th of February 1992, right? So 12th of February 1992, so directly he has the number 2 repeated 3 times in his date of birth. Then also there are specific sorts of things that that person would face in comparison to someone having number 2 just once. Okay, so that is the thing. Now if we look at the third part, that is the third planet is Jupiter or Guru Brahaspati, as we all know. So Guru Brahaspati, basically the ruling direction is northeast. The traits of that planet Guru or Jupiter or Guru Brahaspati itself is higher wisdom, intelligence, the law, material wealth and state of expansiveness are the qualities of Guru, and the qualities of the direction northeast are mind, clarity, creativity and entertainment. So what we'll see over here, if someone is with a missing number 3, then some or the other issues related to these qualities or traits he might be facing. That is the job of a consultant, to look into all the details which are possibly available and to figure out what are the missing issues or the missing qualities, and to connect it correctly with the planet or the direction, right? So what happens is the planets have the power to control your psychology. Yes, my friends, what I am saying you today, please bear in mind, the planets have the power to control your psychology. So what the planets will do is, will give you in the platter the things which are suitable or the things that they want you to have, right? If you are given such circumstances that you will think in that manner only, is just because of a certain planet that is ruling you and want you to behave in that manner. So unless and until you will not know what is your weak point, you will not be able to change your life. Yes, unless and until you don't understand what your weak points are, you won't be able to change your life. So that is the reason we find out the weaknesses, the missing qualities and we try to target it, so that there are some qualities that are already there with the direct numbers which we have, so that are our strong qualities, right? So what we'll focus on are our weak points, so that we have a complete package and there are less chances of us making the mistakes and more chances of us excelling ahead and going towards success. Now today I want you to listen to one of the small poems that we learned in our childhood. Is like, चींटी जब दाना लेकर चलती है, चलती दीवारों पर 100 बार फिसलती है, चढ़कर गिरना गिरकर चढ़ना ना आखरता है, आखिर उसकी मेहनत बेकार नहीं होती, कोशिश करने वालों की हार नहीं होती. Yes, my friends, the people who keep trying, keep looking at their weaknesses and keep trying to overcome are the ones who will excel. There is no other shortcut to it. If some astrologer or some Vastu consultants tell you that by just mere doing some general remedies or any sort of remedies you will come out of your issue, then that is not right. It is by constantly looking at your weaknesses and psychologically working on it is the main core point with which you can gain success and happiness in life. So friends, thank you again and have a nice day.